This is a 1966 Fairlane 500 two-door hardtop, believed to be done in its original light green metallic. If you look at the trunk jamb, door jamb, stuff like that, original paint still under here, a lot of it, especially in the trunk. This is an older restoration. I mean, it's a car that looks good, just a good looking running driving car, but the engine compartment is older. They didn't pull the engine out completely, go through it, clean it, steam it. Just what I classify as a driver restoration. As we look at the top of the inner fenders, they're very solid. Inner shock towers, lower front frame rail on the driver's side, all that is excellent. Same thing on the passenger side. I don't see any boils or blisters anywhere on the top. 289 or 302, anyway, it's a small block V8. Runs well. New coil, new plug wires, cap. Basically recent tune-up on it. Does not have power steering nor power brakes. Someone had added a later model like 68 or 69 GT hood scoop on it. As we look at the front grille chrome, stuff like that, bumper, we do have some a bunch of scratches and stuff on the front bumper. It's definitely a rechromable bumper. Looks good at 10-20 foot, but you get up close, I mean, you got definitely bumper needs to be rechromed. Same thing with the grille chrome and the hood chrome. It's the original chrome, so it's got a lot of dings and dents in it, small stuff like that. As far as our headlight eyebrows, same kind of thing. Car needs a lot of trim work done to it. As we look up and down the sides on this car, very straight car on both sides. Not a show quality car, but a beautiful cruise night classic car is how I would classify this one. It's got excellent Cooper Cobra tires on it with some really nice chrome Krager rims on it. The rims and tires are like new. It's got the GT stripe down both sides. Lower fenders in great shape. There's no blisters down there, no blisters in the rocker panel as well. Very solid passenger side lower part of this body. Front of the fender's good. Basically all the paint is really nice on this front passenger side fender. Paint's nice on the hood as well. So far in the front we really need a lot of trim work done on it, but paint on the hood and the front fender and stuff are in great shape. As we look around the edges, the chrome door handle's pitted here. You know, like I said, as far as a paint job goes, it's a nice driver quality paint job. Looks like it was done 10 years ago or something like that. We got a little paint crack right here, right behind that drip rail, and some little paint oxidation in there as well. Same thing here. If you look right on top of it, you can see some little paint oxidized in this part here in the metallic. Lower rear quarter, very solid, very nice. I don't see any blisters there in front of, or around, or in front or behind the wheel. That's all nice and clean. If we look down the sides, we got a couple little dings. You can see a couple little waves in the lower rocker down there. Just very minor body work that could have been a little straighter, I suppose. Dual exhaust sounds really nice. You got nice pipes coming out like they should. Back bumper's the same way as the front. You know, very heavily oxidized. You know, 10-20 foot looks good. You get up close, you can tell it needs to be redone. Same thing here. We got some scratches and stuff around the trunk lid chrome. There's also some tiny little paint blisters right here, and you can just kind of tell there's got some little blisters here as well. Very small, but they are there. I'm not going to be able to pick out everything in the paint, guys. That's why I'm just going to classify it as a, you know, as a older driver quality paint job. As far as our quarter panels go, behind the rear quarters, very nice. No blisters there. It looks like we might have a couple little paint runs that have been wet sanded and buffed out or something like that. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not blisters. Over the wheel well is good. In front of the wheel well is excellent. Rocker, lower fender. No blisters anywhere there, which is what I like to see. The V8 engine really sounds good. Idle's nice. As we open up the door rubbers are still pliable. They really look decent. This does have the wood grain on all 4 door panels. If we look at our corner of the door on the passenger side, it's never had any body filler work or any work done to it. It's very clean. Door panel's presentable. It's got a couple bows in it. You can kind of see it's the original door panel still, but very presentable. Armrest is presentable. Paint on the top of the doors, bottom of the doors, and in the dash all looks real good. As we look at our door jamb paint, you can tell there's just a lot of overspray on the back side of the door, you know, which is kind of tacky there. But as far as the rest of our door jamb paint, looks okay. Not as nice as the rest of the car, but presentable. They recovered the factory bench seats and they did it in a black vinyl around the edges, and they did it in a real soft cloth, kind of a dark gray cloth. Really looks nice. Probably done a couple years ago, 2 to 5 years ago, and it looks great. Headliner is the original. As we look over here in the very back, the sail panel you can see is really ate up. Other than that, the headliner looks like it's all intact except for a little spot up there where it's got a tiny piece of tape over a very small hole. It's got seat belts front and rear. Carpet looks like that's been replaced probably the same time they did the seats. Kind of a miracle, the original AM radio still works. It's got a 4-speed on the floor. Was a factory automatic car, it looks like, or a 3-speed on the tree. Probably a 3-speed on the tree the way it looks. Dash pad's in great shape. It does have a crack over by the front of the speaker up at the very top there. Other than that, the dash pad looks really nice. Door shut's good, lines up good. There again, the exhaust sounds nice. We have a little ding, probably the size of my index finger right here. I don't know if you can see it. The right light, just a very small ding in that door. Other than that, no blisters in the lower fender. Paint looks great on the door and the fender, quarter panel. It looks nice. Got some paint chipping up here at the top. Window felts are all original, so I mean they're a little worn. Rubber here that goes up and down between the windows is good. Roof rail rubber's in really good shape still. As far as the VIN number is 6K43C266490. The body is 63B. Color looks like it's Z. Trim is 46. Date is 08G. DSO is 45. Axle 6 and trans is 6. Kind of thinking Transit 6 is a 3-speed, so I'm guessing it was a 3-speed manual in the column converted to a 4-speed, but that's just my opinion until I get back and look at the numbers. There again, it's got some overspray inside behind the doors. Car needs to be restored again to be a show quality car. It definitely, you know, this is just a nice driver. Seats are excellent, carpet's excellent. So, original radio works, heater fan works. Kind of leave that go a little bit here. A little chilly this morning. Gas gauge works. We're about at an empty here. I'm going to take it and put some gas in it as soon as we're done. Wipers are working. Yeah. Horn works. It's been running here for a while. We're carrying 50 pounds oil pressure at an idle. That's great oil pressure. Dash looks nice. The paint on the dash is really nice on it. It's got a nice shifter ball. Nice easy shifter. Speedometer works and the odometer shows 43,883 miles. I'm guessing that's 143.8. I drove this car out here, you can just tell it's just got a little vibration in it. I don't know if it's in the drive line or tires or something like that. Great driver, but it's gonna need something figured out on that down the road. Transmission shifts nice and easy. We got a little bit of play in the steering wheel itself. I mean, it goes down the road nice and straight. But just a little, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not super tight rebuilt either. As far as our brakes go, stop nice and straight. Takes off on first really nice. You don't have to worry about killing it. Really drives down the road nice. 55 miles an hour. Speedometer seems to work well. Just a nice cruiser. Not an overly powerful car. I'm guessing it's probably a stock. I'm guessing it's a stock 289. Really handles the road nice. There again, we're doing 60 mile an hour here. As far as that little vibration, like I said, it's 55, 60. It's great. We have just that little bit of vibration on the when we hit the brakes. It might be a drum that needs to be turned or something a little bit too, but great car. Check our brakes at high speeds. Yeah, you just kind of feel a little vibration when braking. I'm guessing it's probably a drum that's a little out of round. Still in fourth gear here in town, 25 mile an hour. Like I said, the transmission really shifts well. Upshifted to third, downshifted to third. Go right here in second. As far as our shocks and stuff, they feel good. This car's got a nice stance. It sits up a little high. I kind of like the way it sits. Just a real good car that with a little trim work and a little more work all the way around could be a great car.